Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the G Shock Watcher channel. My name is Matthew Hardman, and thank you so much for choosing to join me on a Saturday afternoon or whenever you're actually going ahead and watching this. First off, I would like to show my sincere appreciation. I just hit over 10,000 subscribers the other day, and that is due to your support. And I just really can't appreciate it enough. It makes me very excited. I appreciate everybody getting involved, talking about what's actually going on with G Shock watches. It just really blows my mind. So thank you so much. And please, I would really appreciate if you haven't already, please like, please subscribe to the channel. It blows my mind. Thank you so much. Before we get started, today's watch is the GW-BX5600. Again, I can't twist my arm the right way around, but in terms of the watch itself, it is the Red Mudmaster. Very cool watch. We've done a lot of videos about this particular watch and its heritage, and considering I was wearing the red today, I thought the resin color on that matched up pretty well. So that's the watch of today. On this episode today, we are going to be talking about the memory and pixel display watch LCD, MIP LCD watch. It was got a lot of people excited. And that's probably why we got over 10,000 subscribers, but a lot of people were very excited about that particular watch. There's been more details just over the last couple of days about what's going on with that watch, including functionality, including prices, and the person who has been talking about it on the Reddit channels actually posted a video up on YouTube, up on TikTok. I'm going to go ahead and show you that video to sort of see what your thoughts actually are. Do you think it's real? People have sort of said it's a pretty clever AI generated image of the watch, but this is a video with someone interacting with the functions. And so if this is an AI generated video, it's very impressive. We'll get to that one in a sec. But first off, let's start off. We were obviously hoping to see that G Shock would announce that these watches are actually available, and there were some new watches that were announced. And G Central talked about this, and again, always got to show maximum appreciation for the great work that G Central actually does to bring us the news. Japan announced 13 new watches for October. Some very cool ones here: the GBDs, the glides in a positive display. Some more of those crazy sort of alien watches. Many different watches, but nothing here really was the memory and pixel display. In fact, it was the first line from their article. No GW-BX5600s and no GW-BX5600s yet. So they're releasing watches, but not the particular watches that we were looking for. Now, in terms of those particular watches, we've seen some of the leaks, right? We've got the GW-BX5600 leaks. These are the all-metal watches with the memory and pixel LCD display. The silver, the gold, so the gold with the positive, silver with a negative. There's also this one here as well, which is also the black and gold with the negative display. And even as much as I don't like negative displays, I still kind of think that this black and gold with the negative display looks super cool. So there's some really nice watches coming out from that angle. But the other one, which I guess if you thought about the pricing that might be more accessible, will be the GW-BX5600s, which is more your traditional watches. And the blog here, the Casio blog, and this blog, I had to do some research to work out where they're actually from. They're from the Ukraine, so incredible work that they're doing in terms of capturing the news as well. So well done, Casio blog. They talked about these watches actually coming soon. They're showing off a lot of those particular watches. So the classic with the positive display, the classic with the negative display. They're very cool looking watches. Simple, very cool. But what they've done here on the site, they talk a little bit more about some of the specific functionalities of the actual watches. So there is the option to be able to switch between a standard view, which is more of your modern view in terms of the numerals or the fonts actually being used, or you can switch to the classic sort of 7-segment display format. So it does give you the option to kind of render the way you want your watch to look. Do you want the modern view, which is what they're calling standard, at least what this article says, or do you want the classic sort of 7-segment view? So that's, I think, a nice feature to somewhat personalize the watch the way you actually like it, which is very, very cool. But certainly talks very much about the clarity of the watch, very, very easy to go ahead and actually see. Bluetooth, tough solar, multi-band 6, all those different things. So if you look at it, that combination of sort of resin-based watches, both positive and negative. You've got the metal-based watches, also positive and negative. Lots of really exciting choices around these memory and pixel displays. But we also have additional information, and that comes from a website which is gshockblog.jp, which is obviously from Japan, and they've given more insights around some of the features, but also around the price. And what they're saying is that the price is probably going to be a 20% increase on the GW-BX5600U. So that particular watch, if we switch over, that one came in before at 24,200 yen. So in terms of that particular price, let's just have a look here. 24,200 yen. So that was around about $164 USD. If we look at the price that they're stipulating, which is, let's go back, 30,800 yen, that's $200. So it's around about a $40 to $50 increase in terms of the pricing of the actual watch itself. But it's interesting to sort of see. I mean, surely you're going to have to pay a little bit more for, I guess, new functionality from that point of view. So yeah, we still have lots of images, but this is where it gets super interesting. So there's one particular person who is on Reddit who has been posting lots of pictures about the memory and pixel display watch, this version of it, which is this next generation resin watch. And this is a user called DJ Kh Hein. I can't really pronounce it. But what he has done is he's posted a video of this watch, and he's been producing video. He's been sharing images of the watch itself. If I go back over here and we take a look, K-Hein, this person's been producing these pictures, showing the memory in pixel LCD watches, and sort of making people wonder, are they real or are they not? And so what he has since done is produced a video showing the features of the watch itself. So what we'll do is we'll take a quick look at that video and get your thoughts on this. All right, so really exciting to see someone interacting physically with the watch itself. Now, if it is an AI generated video, I'm thoroughly impressed because I don't think I've seen such a well-produced AI video, although there are some amazing AI videos out there. But to see someone interact with the features, the functions, it does lend some legitimacy towards this watch. There were a couple of things there which was also very, very interesting. The segment where they showed the dimensions of the watch itself. So let's go back and have a quick look at that. In the video, they showed a height of 35 millimeters, I think it is. So 35 millimeters top and bottom. So if we go and take a look at the GW-BX5600 and look at their dimensions here, the height it indicates for this particular watch, yes, I said it, the watch here is 46.7 millimeters. I'm assuming that's the same measurements they're taking. So 46.7 millimeters from top to bottom. And on the video being shown, they're saying 35 millimeters. So I wonder, is this a significantly smaller watch from a height point of view? Because this measurement and what we're seeing on Shockbase for the equivalent watch, what we say is the equivalent watch, is quite a bit different. The width, if we look at the watch from a width point of view, let's just go forward a little bit. They're saying 43.5 millimeters. We go to Shockbase, not that watch, 43.2 millimeters. So it's just a smidgen wider. Let's go back to here. It's a little bit wider than the other watch. And then the last dimension is the depth, which they're saying is 12.3 millimeters. And this one is 12.7 millimeters. So it seems to be a lot shorter, I want to say, a tiny bit wider and a lot thinner. And that's interesting if that is the actual case, because that would be a really nice sitting watch on your wrist. So they've made some dimensional improvements if that is the right watch. The last thing I tried to do was what the video tried to do as well, which was to put the watch into the Casio app. So the number was 3578, just to see if that worked. And yeah, no model in existence yet. So still not in the Casio app either. But some very, very interesting news coming out about that watch. So we're starting to get indications of pricing. So it's a little bit more expensive than the current model. We've got some information there on the dimensions of the physical watch. If it was a real video, I'm hoping it is. I'm sure it is. It's a shorter watch, a little bit wider, a little bit thinner. We've got resin versions, we've got metal watches coming out there. The only thing we don't seem to have right now is the weight of the watch, which I'm assuming it might be lighter if it's a smaller watch, and we don't have a release date as of yet. But it is exciting to see some of the things coming out on these MIP LCD displays, especially the ability to change the fonts from that modern font to that 7-segment display as well. So super cool. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time today. I really enjoyed talking and sharing some ideas around these G Shock watches. Thank you to all the contributions from all of the websites, G Central, Shockbase, Casio blog, K-Hein. Really appreciate all the things that you're trying to do to help us tell some great stories about G Shock watches. With that, have a great weekend. Be safe.